Morning everybody, Wednesday the 3rd of September and another day in my daily diaries of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Yesterday was probably, if it wasn't probably the worst day, it's certainly in the top 3-4. It started off yesterday morning. The carer turned up at 9:25. I know it's due for 10 and you give it a bit either way, but 9:25. So that threw me out straight away. So of course Angie was still well away. Didn't want to get up. In fact, there's that many things yesterday. I've made a little note of a lot of things. So it was Precious, the carer. She come and got Angie up, and I ended up getting her up. I got her out of bed. And then Precious got her washed and dressed. I did make the soft boiled egg and mix it with a bit of butter, which Angie did like actually. So that's one plus. I'm going to do the same again today. She ate it and she ate it all. And it's only an egg, but it was a start. Then after Precious had gone, next we just knock on the door. I don't know, 11ish, something like that. A fella bringing the bed rails. I was all right. I thought he was supposed to be ringing me or was getting me a text, giving me a time slot. So I don't know about that, he said. So unless he's brand new, then how can he not know about it for one? Because that was the instruction. So he must know. Anyway, he brings them in, fits them. Great, showed me just raise them up and down and that. No pads to go with them. It's always said there's no pads. He said they're just Velcro things. You flick them over the sides. I said, yeah, I know what they are. He said, but we've none in stock. So well, when? He said, I don't know. He said, I just delivered them. You couldn't make it up, could you? These are the rails that they didn't want me to have because they're frightened of Angie getting caught up in them and getting stuck and putting her arm through them, and thought, all right, so you can have them, but we'll get you some pads. So then he'd gone, because he was only here about 20 minutes, something like that, and after about half an hour after he'd gone, I got a text to say, your driver's on the way, we'll be with you in 30 minutes. If it weren't so laughable, it'd be, and I thought, you couldn't make this up. If I made my life into a film and put all this into a film, people would say, no, that's far-fetched. Mad. It's mad. So I'm reading some stuff now, hang on. While I was giving Angie a breakfast, her egg, she kept picking on my beard like that, picking it, like doing that on my beard as I was sat outside of her. She kept doing this because it took me ages to feed her. Just one boiled egg, but it took me ages, even though it was running and just going in off the spoon. And she kept really doing that, and then she just said, "Is it ready? Is it ready?" I said, "What?" She's going like, "Is it ready? Is it ready?" I said, "Is what ready, Angie?" I don't know. And then at one point during the day, I was getting so because I thought, we'll go out. So I said to her, right, so I'm going to get some stuff ready and sort out and do what I'm doing. Get the washing and get the dryer going, and then we'll go out. Right, okay. And then just as I walked away, I went into the front room, and I heard a shout out. So I went back in, so what are you saying, something? She said, all day breakfast. Just right out of the blue like that. So what about it? I don't know. So she's starting, this just shouting out nonsense thing at the moment. She said at one point, when we sat at a table just having a brew, just watching a bit of TV, we'll have a brew and then we'll get ready and we'll go out. She just said, she pointed through the double doors here into the front room. She said, is that our bedroom? I said, no, just the front room. Where's our bedroom? So I had to explain to her it's up the hallway and at the front of it. You know, so she's really confused yesterday, really. And then tablet-wise, really, really bad. Really struggled to get her to take the 12 o'clock ones. Again, took me, Angie, come on, she wouldn't drink the water. She just kept putting the thing on her lip like that, the straw from a bottle. Wouldn't suck it up like that. I said, Angie, come on, come on. And it all started dissolving on her tongue. Did the same. I just give her the one at 4 o'clock while we were out. Could normally has two, but I thought I'll give her the other because she swallows it all right. I will, it's okay, but she managed to, you know, only about 10 minutes to take the one capsule. But she was doing the same. We was sat outside a Costa, and I put a straw in. I got her a latte, and I got a straw, a metal straw, and she just kept putting it on her lip like that. And she wouldn't drink through the straw. I tried holding the cup to her lip, nothing. I kept going back to it, try it. It was stone cold. It was there for about an hour and a half, not just waiting for a drink. That just sat, you know, enjoying the afternoon. But then head had gone and she was asleep, you know, mouth wide open. But she would not drink. She would not use the straw, or wouldn't drink the drink when I tried to put it. And then the same with the 8 o'clock ones. They all just ended up on her tongue, just dissolving. I got so frustrated with her. And I actually did shout at her, Angie, come on, this is ridiculous. You can't keep doing this. You're not even drinking. She wouldn't drink through the straw. She wouldn't drink her water with her tea, because I made a salmon, mash and veg and gravy, and really, really mashed it all up so it was just like one big mush on the plate, and then spoon fed her. And she had about half of it, but no water, no juice. I give her juice sometimes, so I tried her with a juice. Nothing. She, yeah, do you want? Yeah, okay. But then she just put the straw like that in her mouth. I kept tipping it. No, nothing. I just kept running out. And she was just like that. Really, really sort of. It was frightening me yesterday. I did ring. I got a phone call back off Jackie, the Parkinson's nurse. Just a quick call. She might have got your message, but she was on a mission. She's some fella's Parkinson's medication had got all mixed up with the chemist, and he'd been not wrong tablets for a couple of days, and he took her right down. Anyway, so she was going sorting that out. She said, but I will ring in the morning, because I don't know. I can't keep going on with this, trying to get these capsules, you know, these tablets into her. So I don't know what she'll do, whether she can sort something out. I know there's patches and stuff we can have, but it does need sorting. I can't, you know, it's neither good to man the beast. And obviously it's not doing any good. The 8 o'clock ones was extremely hard. Extremely hard. And I give her the 8 o'clock ones, then that was 2 at 8 o'clock, and then tried to get 4 of her nighttime ones later. You know, I just ended up putting all 4 in the mouth at one point, and just like trying to fill her mouth with water and try and make her swallow like that. But you can see it all where it all dissolved, all over her lips, and well, surely that's got to go inside, not on her lips, you know. And then she's saying, my tongue's burning. You know, that's because all the capsules have dissolved on her tongue. Then, hand cream. I come in, I got the tea, give her a tea, and then I went, you know, washing pots and doing what I do, just give her 10-15 minutes for the tea to digest. And she'd picked up her hand cream. That hand cream I got the other week. Oh, it was everywhere. It was all over the table, all up her jumper, all up her hands at neck, all over the table. All over the table, so God knows what she'd done there, trying to put it on. I mean, I'd put it on for her, you know, twice already, and I left her with a bit at one point, but well, it's my fault, I suppose, for leaving it on the table where she can get at it. Yeah. and really choking. That's right, really choking at tea time, trying to get a tea down her, proper choking, where she was going red in the face, and I couldn't make the food anymore. Even if I'd have blended it all, it wouldn't have been any thinner and easier to go. So it's getting hard. It is getting hard, and she's just going downhill fast. She's going downhill fast. I had a bit of a rant to my granddaughter last night, not about my granddaughter, just about stuff. In a message, sent a message backwards and forwards, and just to get it off my chest, really. You think like family and friends. At one point, you think you can all naff off. Nobody bothers. Everybody disappears. Everybody disappears. Right, so I'm going to get off. So I've got to be prepared in case the bloody carers turn up early again, aren't they? So I'm going to do that, and then we've got the cleaner at 11:30, and then Debbie, the outreach worker, will come and sit in 2 till 5. And I can go out and get some shopping done and a half an hour break and get myself a coffee and a chill. Yeah, so, but the bed rails were good. Once I do get these pads for them, I'm pretty pleased with them, because I put pillars up all the side last night and a duvet cover. Dug another duvet cover and draped that over the side and that, but the bedroom looks like a bomb's gone off. And I thought, well, the pads, give me the pads. You're supposed to roll, let me know. Say, I don't know what they should have done, but I don't know. I'm just frustrated with it all now again. I know. To keep trying to be positive, but at some point your positivity wears very, very thin. Very thin at times. So, right, anyway, we did manage to get out anyway for a couple of hours. Well, I'm saying we got out and that was it, but Angie was just being pushed around with her head right back and just asleep, no matter what I did. Angie, come on, open your eyes, put your head up straight. No, so at least we got out and we sat out in the sun outside in Costa, a big bit of a nice shopping complex not far from here, so that's where we went. So I'll get out today and then tomorrow I can look forward to the day centre. But if she's like this now with me, and she was like that on Monday, remember, at the day centre, I think if she starts getting really bad at the day centre tomorrow, I'm then frightened that they're either gonna ring and say come and pick her up, or Mike, we can't, it's not what we do now. We don't nurse, we just care. I don't know. I'm frightened for that, so I'm waiting for this phone call off Jackie this morning and seeing what's what, and then there's only one more day, and then Friday we're going seeing the hospice, aren't we? The Macmillan nurse at the hospice. So hold on, Michael. I'll keep holding on to get to Friday. Yeah, right. So I'll do another one tomorrow. So I'm not going through the same rigmarole about liking and comments and all that, but please do it all. So okay then, as per usual, you take care now. Bye.